On television, the female robot host stands on stage and introduces the episode's theme, using fairly natural lip movements and hand gestures, speaking in a soothing voice. The Actroid series robots are the most human-like robots in the world. For example, the Sarah model from the Actroid series can mimic the facial expressions of a person who makes eye contact with it. For 5 years, Japanese companies Kokoro and ATR have been working on creating a humanoid robot that closely resembles a human. The robot is designed to assist in the duties of a caregiver or junior nurse and can be used in hospitals and other places where interaction with humans is required. The model is capable of moving its eyes, opening and closing its mouth, tilting its head, nodding, smiling, simulating breathing, and bending. Essentially, Actroid is a charming robot girl that almost perfectly mimics the appearance of a human. It's worth noting that each Actroid doesn't resemble the previous model, but the appearance of each robot woman is based on an averaged image of several young Japanese women, making each model unique. Scientists claim that in the future, such robots may even be able to administer simple exams and replace low-skilled personnel. Here is a female robot welcoming visitors to a department store in Tokyo. Robots serving humans have been around for several years, and this humanoid robot, named Aiko Chihira, developed by Toshiba, has been employed at the Mitsukoshi department store in Tokyo. Aiko closely resembles a human, with 43 moving mechanisms allowing her to rotate her eyes, head, and arms. However, she doesn't walk, and functions solely as a stationary information desk. The robot can recognize human language and respond to questions in both English and Japanese. The department store management believes that the female robot is an effective tool for attracting customers. Aiko is dressed in a traditional vibrant Japanese kimono, and at first glance, it's challenging to distinguish her from a regular woman. Aiko has neatly arranged dark hair and light-toned silicone skin. She can blink, squint her eyes, move her lips, and open her mouth when speaking, essentially displaying almost the entire range of human emotions. Looking at her, it's genuinely challenging to discern whether she's a robot or a living person. After all, this humanoid robot looks remarkably similar to us. There are two ideas on the minds of Japanese wunderkinds today: robots and women as an object of worship. The result of their fusion is the cute Android All-You. The latest robot in female form was developed at Osaka University under the direction of Professor Hiroshi Ishiguro. Android All-You recently debuted on the channel of the popular Japanese networking platform and broadcasting program Nico Nico Live. Dressed in all black, the TV host appeared on stage with a pretty robot sitting in a large, hemispherical-shaped chair, dressed in a white blouse and yellow skirt, with blue tights on her feet. With a blink of her eyelashes, she opened her mouth in sync with the sound and naturally changed other facial features, thanks to pneumatic servos that are powered by an air compressor behind the stage. Android All-You is a fully autonomous talking robot developed for Nico Nico Live, Ishiguro said, noting that the mechanism has about 14 degrees of freedom. The robot has a more compact pneumatic servo system, an improved audio system, movement coordination, and softer body materials compared to previous androids. Tetsuko Kuroyanagi is one of the most beloved and respected personalities in Japan. An actress, voice actress, interviewer, and charity worker who has appeared on television for more than 40 years. Meet Tato, an android modeled on Kuroyanagi herself. The android was modeled from a 3D scan, and her voice synthesized using audio from her original's 42 years of television work. The robot is equipped with an autonomous conversation function that makes full use of the latest technology. In other words, an exquisite Tetsuko was born, both in appearance and voice. Toto has already met the real Tetsuko, and both of them are having a conversation in Tetsuko's room set on TV Asahi. Tetsuko Kuroyanagi's moderator style is perfectly reproduced, including some parts where the conversation doesn't quite mesh. It can also speak using the latest speech synthesis technology based on conversation data from the program Tetsuko's Room. In the future, it will be equipped with an autonomous conversation system and will become even more adept at chatting. According to the android's official website, the creation is the beginning of something called the project Tato no Yume. The site hints that Tato will assist Kuroyanagi in spreading smiles throughout Japan and the world, and that she'll get better at conversing over time. Bina 48 is a robot to enhance human capabilities. Unlike other humanoid robots in this ranking, Bina 48 lacks a torso. The robot consists of a head and shoulders mounted on a frame. Bina 48's main goal is to test the Mindfiles platform, where digital copies of real people are created, incorporating elements such as identity, personality traits, personal experiences, values, beliefs, emotional models, and knowledge. The prototype for the robot was Bina Aspen, the spouse of Martine Rothblatt. To make the machine resemble Bina not only externally but also internally, the programmers at Hanson Robotics created a mind file for Aspen containing more than 100 hours of her memories, feelings, mannerisms, beliefs, and more. The AI processing this data recreated the character and manners of the real Bina for Bina 48. As a result, Bina 48 has even been dubbed the smartest robot in the world. The robot processes data at a speed of 48 exaflops per second. It has 48 exabytes of memory, 32 facial motors capable of performing up to 74 facial expressions. To answer any given question, the humanoid bot simply needs to connect to the internet. The Arisa humanoid robot receptionist was demonstrated during the International Robot Exhibition 2017. Arisa is a 6-foot-tall humanoid that comes with a touchscreen monitor that will offer tourists directions and information, pose for selfies, or even dance for them. She can speak English, Japanese, Chinese, and Korean. Arisa's main goal was to work in subway stations, showing passengers directions to restrooms and lockers, suggesting public transportation routes, and recommending tourist attractions in the area. The artificial intelligence system can understand passengers' questions. When asked about transfers or about details of the station premises, Arisa can answer vocally and visually through a display behind the robot. Arisa has an entertainment feature that responds to chatter and dances. According to the developer company Aruzi Gaming Technologies, the development started with the idea of creating a casino dealer robot, so it is equipped with features that make users feel at home. However, the entertainment function is auxiliary, and the main function of Arisa is to provide transfer information about stores and special offers in shopping centers at stations, and other information through dialogue and touchscreen display. Nadine is a social humanoid robot. This robot is a replica of Professor Nadia Magnanat Thalmann, who founded the Mira Lab laboratory at the University of Geneva. The robotic double was constructed at NTU in 2015 with the hardware developed by the Japanese firm Kokoro. Nadine's function is to serve as a secretary and companion for people with special needs. The robot can read books to people, send emails, make video calls, and communicate with their families. Thanks to artificial intelligence, the robot can converse in 6 languages, recognize people's faces and preview interactions with them, and react to interlocutors based on the context. It maintains eye contact during conversations, understands certain gestures, and responds to what it sees and hears through facial expressions and upper body movements. It can even change its mood based on how it is treated. The bot system gathers information about the environment using motion sensors, 3D cameras, webcams, microphones, and more. Once the system collects all the necessary information, the decision-making component processes the data to understand the context and make decisions based on predefined rules or learned patterns. The system then translates these decisions into actions, such as verbal responses or movements of certain facial features to express emotions. Working at the reception requires real endurance. You have to answer the same questions and perform routine tasks, such as registering guests, while maintaining friendliness. Robots like Receproid from the Japanese company Kyoei Sangyo can replace humans in this challenging task. What sets them apart from humans is not only their tirelessness and stress resistance, but also their language proficiency, thanks to integrated artificial intelligence. Receproid can understand and communicate in practically all languages worldwide. For now, Receproid cannot walk, perform acrobatic tricks, or boast active mobility. However, in essence, the receptionist job does not require these capabilities. The robot is sold in a sitting position, capable of leaning, turning its head, nodding forward and backward, and opening and closing its mouth and eyelids. In Japan, such